Will warm you up this winter, but my next guest is without doubt Hollywood royalty. She's a double Oscar-winning actress and became the world's biggest fitness guru back in the 80s when her workout video sold an incredible 117 million copies. 25 years on, she's back, this time aiming at the over 50s.
If you feel good inside your body, it's going to make all the difference. Lift and lower. Keep breathing up and down. People from 50 to 72 years old can actually increase their muscle mass 200% with exercise. I mean, isn't that amazing? All of these exercises and so many other things can remain possible for you well into your 80s and beyond. You feel a heat building up, you can feel the burning. Remember when I used to say, go for the burn? This is what I was talking about. It's a good thing.
Please welcome, direct from Los Angeles, Jane Fonda. Jane, it was a phenomenally successful fitness video as it was then when the first one came out. Now we have the new DVD. People are going to say, to what does Jane Fonda really owe her shape?
I would say good genes and money.
Which percentage to which?
I don't know. But I've all my life I've stayed active. In the beginning, I studied ballet, and then I got into the workout. And now I'm in my 70s, and I just finished writing a book about aging, and I did a lot of research on what happens to the body as you age and how to reverse some of the age-related changes, like muscle loss, like things that happen in your brain. And I realized that it's imperative when you get older to keep physically active. The fitness programs that are out there are things that we can't do safely. I mean, maybe there's some exceptions, older people who can still jump up and down, but most of us can't do that anymore.
So
and yet
are you
there aren't
easier
any
on
programs that are appropriate for us.
Are you easier on yourself now than you were?
You betcha. I got a new hip and a new knee, and I can't jump up and down, and I don't... what tends to happen that's really a shame is that if people can't do what they used to do, they say, well, then why bother? That's the worst thing. You've got to just ratchet it down, move a little slower, move a little easier. Don't try to do the same things you did when you were younger, but keep doing something.
But Jane, for someone like me who absolutely loves food, I mean, do you really have to be very, very careful what you eat, or are you just sensible about food?
I think sensible is a good way to put it, yeah. You know, you lose muscle mass when you get older. My DVDs will help you maintain muscle mass, but you lose a little, which means your metabolism drops, which means you have to eat fewer calories. And so you want to be able to make the calories that you do eat matter. So you have to eat, good, healthy, fresh vegetables and fruits and lean protein. You have to, more than ever, you are what you eat as you get older. So that the eating is part of it. But keeping moving, even if it means instead of taking the escalator, you walk up a few stairs. You don't, in airports, you walk instead of getting on the magic carpet. Any moment that you can use to move instead of being sedentary is good. Now,
how much do you exercise and how often?
It varies a lot. In general, I think 5 or 6 days a week for 30 minutes to an hour. The kinds of things that I do in my new programs, my DVDs.
That's quite extreme. It's quite a lot.
Well, it doesn't take up a lot of time. I used to be much more obsessive, and I'd do it for many hours, and I don't anymore. But I find, as much as anything, it's for my head. When I keep moving, I'm more positive. I don't experience stress as much. I feel happier. So I don't wake up in the morning and say, oh, goody, I'm going to work out today. But I know how good I'm going to feel after, and that's my motivation to do it.
Now, we saw you on Broadway in 2009 on the stage in a play. Are we going to see more of you on the stage?
Well, I'm reprising that play here in Los Angeles. I've never done theater in Los Angeles. I'm told it's really fun. So the whole cast is going to do the play here this winter.
Now, there is a move among British actresses who say that film roles disappear as you get older. Have you found that yourself, or is it by choice that you're not in film now?
Well, I just finished 2 movies. But it is true that, Hollywood caters to younger talent, but which is why I think television is so great, because writing, at least in the United States, well, God, you've got the best television of all there in the UK. But the writing, especially for cable television, is so edgy and so good that a lot of actors are doing television, which would have been unthinkable when I was starting out.
How different are you now from the politically active Jane that we knew in the 1970s? How would you say you're different as a person now?
Well, I like to think that as you get older, you get wiser. And I think I'm wiser. I am still politically active. I don't know if political makes people think like party politics. I don't get involved so much in that, but I'm very involved with with issues like adolescent reproductive health, stopping violence against women, and fitness. Yeah. And I write, I make movies, I do theater, and I have nonprofits that I run. So I'm pretty busy, and I find that staying interested helps keep you vibrant and youthful, even though you're older chronologically.
Now, a lot of people over here would say that you are their ideal woman. What's your ideal man, Jane?
I think the ideal human is someone who is interested in more than themselves, who is curious, interested in the world, interested in other people, maintains a sense of humor, kindness. The worst quality in a man or woman, for me, is cynicism.
OK, well, I'll try not to be at all cynical about doing the exercises you're telling me to do every morning. Great pleasure to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Jane Fonda.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you.
Now, if you're sitting at home, freezing cold and in need of a pick-me-up, then have we got a way to warm your cockles?